How's the morale been in training these last few weeks with you guys moving in a positive direction?
Yeah, I think morale's been good, but honestly I think throughout the ups and downs the morale has always been good if you asked us. Obviously disappointing, the way that some of the results fell, but I think the morale overall has been pretty even keel. I think that says a lot about the group, and hopefully that says a lot about the push forward that we can make in the last 6 games.
San Jose has kind of had your guys' number of late. How do you get past them this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, just sitting around the house trying to remember when the last time we beat them in San Jose was, and I can't recall. So obviously a team that's had our number, especially down in San Jose, and obviously this year beating us twice at home. So a difficult opponent, and I think we're both fighting, for our playoff lives at this point. Nobody's, as weeks go by, still nobody's safe. So it's an interesting battle. Last couple games are against Western Conference opponents, save for one. So it's going to be a difficult task, but one that we're up for.
Saw Evenshit's out there on the field with you guys. How's he been integrating in with the team?
Yeah, great. Finally to have him out there in full. I think he can show now his quality and being comfortable without having to worry about injuries. And obviously a very experienced player, national team, club-wise. A guy who can pick out passes on the field that not a lot of guys see. So he puts himself in good positions to make a play, and he's comfortable playing inside and outside. And obviously you can see his set pieces at the end of training are, bar none. So it's it's a pleasure to have him out there finally.
And finally getting Sigi back today. How's that? Been having him around?
Yeah, good. It's great to have him back with the boys. I know this is where he wants to be, and even if he's not 1,000%, he'll be here just like we are. We want to be out here no matter what. Through the good and through the bad. And sometimes when you're injured or when you have a little bit of a health issue, you come back with the boys, and it can spur you on and help you get over that hump.
What do you guys have to do this week in the absence of Ozzy to kind of make up for that?
We'll see with who plugs into the midfield without giving too much away. Back to basics. I think Ozzy obviously gives intangibles that not a lot of guys have in this league, and he's proven that over the course of the years that he's been here. So it's hard to. It's impossible to replace him, but the guys that will step in will do an admirable job, I know, and they'll be up for the challenge. And at this point, it's all about pushing each other. So even when guys are healthy, if you're performing well, you might find yourself, on the bench if you're that top player, and it's a good thing to have. I think once everybody's healthy, it's a good problem. So we got to buckle down, play a little bit defensive away from home. I think changes things a bit. Yeah, but overall, I think guys, whoever steps in, it's just got to play their game and not try to do too much and go from there.
You've kind of stepped in for Ozzy in that role before. I mean, is it easy to overlook just how hard it is to play that role and just how much goes into it?
Of course. It's a very difficult position. It's a very vital position. Some might tell you it's the most vital on the field. But at the end of the day, it's 11 guys out there working, and you don't put the onus on. Try not to put the onus on one guy, but he's a very big part of this team. And it is a difficult position, and I think. In this league, there's very few who can play that position the way that he does, if any. But I also think that attacking midfield position is a good position in MLS. I think there's a lot of quality players. So if Perez Garcia plays there on Saturday night, it's a difficult task for anybody. So we got to be up for it.
And what is it that just makes that position so vital in MLS?
I think it's transition, and I think MLS, when you look around the world, is a bit of a run-and-gun league, and that position is vital in linking up defense with offense. And if you're going to play counter-attacking football like we do, it's a very vital piece. It's all turnovers are created, with Ozzy, I think, and when he makes so many interceptions per game and connects with the forwards that the way that he does, it's advantageous, and nobody does it like him.
Y'all have already played Yankee Stadium, but this will be another stadium for the first time.
Yeah.
Is there anything you try to learn, or can you learn before the game that's useful?
I mean, the only thing I can say is we haven't won there, regardless of what stadium it is. Levi, it's Santa Clara, so you hope to get a result, and I think that's the MO no matter where you're playing. They've been very comfortable there as of late, and they've got, I think, like 7 of their last 9 at home because of the way that stadium opened the middle part of the year. So it's difficult, and they've been training there a lot. I follow a couple guys on social media, and they train there quite a bit, so they're comfortable in that place. So it's going to be a very difficult task. The crowd's going to be, phenomenal as usual up there. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a fight.
On a personal level, how hard is it for you to keep going back and forth between midfield and the back line?
It's difficult, of course. but just try to keep a level head and, whatever task presents itself, with 6 games left, there's not much you can do. At this point, it's all about making the playoffs. And you do what you can for the team and you push forward. So reassess at the end of the year and, see where we fit in next year at this point.
On a personal level, has there been anything on field that you found particularly surprising about San Jose this season?
Not surprising. I think they're still the fighting, spirited team that they've always been. Obviously, they've had a coaching change, so I think that spurs maybe has spurred them on a little bit this year. A little bit of different philosophy maybe fits in for them. But Cato and Marvell on the right-hand side have provided a really good partnership this year, a very dangerous one. Something that we're well aware of. When Sana steps in, a couple former players are there. So just a difficult team always, especially at home.
If you guys could identify it, I'm sure you would have solved it. But have you been able to put your finger on just why San Jose is such a problem for you guys?
No idea. You hope to rewrite the script. That's all you can hope, and stick with our game plan, what we've done all season. Get after it and score some goals, and have fun, and know that it's a pressure situation right now, but you got to enjoy it, and we can be well reminded of people not being here certain days, and that could be one of us, so we got to enjoy it and get out there and come together as a team, get a result.